Welcome back to News Geelong. Yesterday saw a number of primary and secondary schools attend a day in Vikeki, Timor-Leste, at St Joseph's College, covering a range of activities that included a Let's Talk forum, Timorese tantalising taster with food, global poverty and debt of honour. As part of the busy day, News Geelong was there at the start of the day for this report. And joining us is a young man who has had 4 trips across to Timor-Leste, James Palmer. How is it, James?
Good, thanks.
A little bit bright and sunny this morning here in our great city of Geelong. How do you expect the weather over in Timor-Leste? Because you've been over there 4 times, haven't you?
Yeah, it's right now it would be really hot and muggy and really humid, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And what was your experience from trip 1 through to trip 4?
Well, I spent a lot of time working at the schools, teaching, worked a little bit of time at an orphanage, and it's just a really great experience, you know, to learn about a different culture and to,
Orphanage is something we haven't talked about in relation to Timor-Leste. Many attending the orphanage?
There's about 10 that are permanently there and about 50 that are there for school time. So they come during the school year and their boarders there. And yeah, they come for all manner of reasons. Maybe they live too far away or just their parents need the support, that kind of thing.
And today, Geelong Vikeki Friendship Schools, a full day in Vikeki, which is a wonderful program that has been developed by the committee led by Peter Cannon, we'll talk to shortly. But undoubtedly, you are recognising that this is an area that we in Geelong can contribute immensely to.
Yeah, the program in Geelong has really developed over the years, and it's quite exciting that now the schools are getting on board and there's lots of kids here today that are going to learn a bit about Timor, and it's a lot of promise for the future that, you know, there's a lot of support in Geelong now.
And that support at school level is right through from primary school through secondary school, which is something that I think in the original programs it was visionary and now it's become reality.
Yeah, definitely. All the schools are putting the effort in and you know there's school trips going over and immersions and things like that. And so for all age groups to be learning about Timor and to be learning about, you know, the issues around the world is really good for young kids and then through to old kids now.
And of course, having just held their first democratic elections in Timor-Leste, they're taking the progress in their step, and we, through the Geelong Vikeki Friendship Schools, helping out in areas like medicine, libraries, buildings, education, which will see them in good stead into the future years.
Yeah, definitely. With the elections last year, they went off really well, you know, no troubles or anything like that, and to be able to help with those things that you mentioned, that the things that you mentioned, we'll be able to, you know, leave the Timorese in a good position to decide their own future.
You're a student at RMIT now, having been an old boy at St Joseph's College. What's it meant to you being part of being involved through your school and now into the future with Timor-Leste and its development?
Well, it's just a major part of my life. Everything that I'm involved in kind of revolves around this, and trying to support a community over there that's really welcomed me, and yeah, it's been a really positive part of my life.
Great that we've got a number of our partner schools who are here for our East Timor Student Day, and we've got a range of activities for them, such as cooking and weaving, sing and dance. We've got 2 Timorese who are here from, they're in Australia at the moment, and they've come down from Melbourne on the train this morning to help the young people enjoy a little bit of Timorese music. We have global poverty represented here today, Chris Van Engem, and we feel we're part of that global scheme of trying to reduce poverty in the world, but perhaps more importantly, helping our young people in our schools to appreciate the different ways of life and the different resources that people overseas have. So that's part of the aim of the day, to help our young people to get to know their neighbours. And our nearest neighbour, along with Papua New Guinea, is East Timor.
Thank you to the Geelong Vakeki Friendship Schools, and you can follow the news on facebook.com/friendship schools or view the website www.geelong-vakeki.com.au. That Vakeki is VIQUE. Reduce, reuse and recycle continues to promote environmental awareness along the surf coast, in particular at the new Anglesea recycling shed down at the land of the pouncing, bouncing kangaroos, as Ian Nichols reports.
This is the Surf Coast Waste Transfer Station on Coal Mine Road at Anglesea. As you can see, it's a very busy place. Stuff is coming in here every day. And amongst the stuff that does come from your garbage, if you like, is furniture and items that are recyclable and resellable. And that's what's happening here with a new store. It's quite an innovation for the Surf Coast, and it'll be open every Saturday morning from 10 until 2 p.m. And we're talking with former Surf Coast Councillor Jim Tutt and Simon Clark, who's the secretary of the local Anglesea District Men's Shed.
What it is about is an initiative from the council to reduce its carbon footprint, and the most significant area is in waste management. So I suggested, based upon other models, that we have what's called a resale shed. So goods that are coming here destined to go into the hole in the ground can be actually salvaged, reused by others, and any benefits will then go back to the community groups and the clubs that Simon and I have been working with to get people to come up here of a Saturday, 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock, and just be here to talk to potential customers and take a donation for the goods that they're interested in.
Well, Simon Clark is the secretary of the Anglesea District Men's Shed, and it's just a natural follow-on to the sort of work that you guys do there.
That's right. We've been great. We keep coming to the tip to buy stuff or to get stuff for our shed, so we see this as a way that we can perhaps put something back into the community. We may even find that there's product here that we can repair and give to charities or people that need something, but it's a matter of just helping out in trying to improve the community lifestyle, I think.
Well, it's a good idea. I know it's done in other places. For example, I was in Bendigo for many years, and out at Eagle Hawk they have a resale shop there, and it's very successful.
Yes, well, I know there are other good models. In fact, I spoke to a facility like this, the people who run it up at Cooma, and that shed is actually run by the council, and they make quite a lot of money each year, which is returned, you know, again to community. But I mean, the whole idea of recycle, reuse, the whole ethos of environmental management, it all starts with the buyers and the sellers, and the people who've got goods at the end of the day, you know, they should really think about trying to have them reused by any which may they can before it ends up in the ground, because unfortunately, you know, we are running out of holes in the ground.
Well, it should be a last resort, shouldn't it? And this is going to help that to no end.
That's right. The things that do come here is a last resort. People have got lots of opportunities of getting rid of it at garage sale or selling it through eBay or some other way. Tends to finish up coming here as a last resort, but there's some really good stuff that can well be reused, and particularly in this area there's so many holiday houses that people are looking for a new couch, a new table, something like that, that suits a holiday house, so it can have a second life.
Well, I also know, Jim, that a lot of opportunity shops these days are also overflowing at the moment, and they can't take a lot of things. We know that television sets, the old analogues, a bit of a no-no in any respect, but there are certain shops that can no longer take items of furniture, for example.
Yes, well, look, we have an opportunity shop in Anglesea, and it is limited in space. And in fact, we have a very good relationship with them, and we've got an understanding that if they get people with furniture and items that they can't handle, they can actually advise those people to bring it up to here, you know. And conversely, we are finding items coming here that we can actually you know, provide back to them. So it's been a useful thing, but any of those shops, they've got the problem of space and storage, as we will have here actually.
At the newly opened Anglesey Resale Shed down here at the Surf Coast Transfer Station, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. As we go to a break, we'll return with more news and weather after this.